Hey guys, Hot Rod 08 here, and today I wanted to go over some controversy regarding support players using Ardent Censer during Season 7. Now, during the last few weeks, I've noticed a trend on both my posts and other support player posts on Reddit that have devalued the achievements of support players during Season 7 just because of the existence of the Ardent Censer meta. No matter the effort support players have put into climbing the ladder and even achieving a higher rank, people assume that we have only climbed Elo out of the abuse of the item, and that our efforts in climbing were done not out of any type of skill or knowledge of the game, but just because of the use of one single item. And as I'm reading these posts, I'm thinking to myself, what? How in the world can you abuse an item to climb Elo, and why are support players the only ones that are being devalued this season? In case if anyone has forgotten, it's not like Ardent Censer was the only meta that has popped up during Season 7. We've had the tank meta, where either Maokai, Nahlis, or Cho'Gath were going top lane, or Sejuani or Jarvan IV were going in the jungle. Within that tank meta, we also had people abusing Lock of the Iron Solari and Gargoyle Stoneplate together before they nerfed it for like an insanely huge shield that could protect your entire team. We also had a ridiculous lethality meta where every single squishy person was just getting absolutely obliterated and everyone was using it. From Talon and Zed using it in the mid lane to Kha'Zix using it in the jungle, and even AD carries like Misfortune and Draven stacking themselves up with as much lethality as they could possibly build. And who could forget the hyper carry AD carry meta of Twitch and Tristana just absolutely dominating the AD carry scene and almost single-handedly carrying themselves to victories once you hit the mid to late game. Out of all of these metas that have come and gone, not a single person I have seen has been devalued anywhere near as much as a support player using Ardent, even though they themselves were, quote, abusing meta champions and items. And I am trying to figure out how this is fair to support players who have worked long and hard just to climb Elo using their favorite champions in the games, and how this is any different from the picks and items other people have used within the games themselves in order to climb Elo. Buying Ardent Censer also doesn't help you know how to play support champions, such as knowing how to position in lane and in team fights, knowing how to harass and trade properly, the knowledge of when you can and can't roam during the laning phase. Choosing Ardent also doesn't teach you what to do after the laning phase. It doesn't teach you how to properly ward both within the laning phase and outside of the laning phase whenever you get out of it. Buying an item also does not teach you any of the support matchups and counter matchups. And finally, it does not give us any due credit on any knowledge as to how to properly carry as a support champion. A few other issues I had with this is, if you thought these picks were so overpowered, why not get your team to ban both Janna and Soraka, or even just first pick the champions for yourself? It's not like you don't have an equal opportunity in order to use these champions as well as the enemy team. Or, to go along with that, why don't you just play support while it's the meta? If you think that support was really the ones that are carrying the game, why didn't you just become a support player and use the champions yourself? The argument that just boggles my mind throughout the whole thing, too, is every other person in this game was allowed to use Ardent if they want, including the other support players and the team. In a lot of the games, both teams used the item because it was so good, which absolutely nullifies any advantage one team would have over the other, just using Ardent Censer by itself. It's insulting the support mains that put a lot of time and effort into the season for anyone to think of us as any less deserving of our rank, just because of an item built, and it doesn't matter what champions we used. Whether we use enchanters like Janna Soraka, enchanter pokers like Lulu and Nami, AP pokers like Bran and Vel'Koz, or engaged champions like Riona and Rakan, a person climbing is a feat in itself. It doesn't matter if we used Ardent to climb, as that was the current meta, and all positions use the meta items. If you know an item's good, why not use it? In the history of League, not a single time has it ever been muttered that support is the easiest role for you to carry yourself in. nor has it ever been stated as the go-to position to get yourself in the high elo. For the longest of time, support was always at the bottom of the list of roles that you should play to carry yourself into high elo, but not since we had one broken item for us to use. Our entire Season 7 credit was for nothing and not worth any of our time that we put into it. Finally, for anyone who did climb elo using support this season, I do congratulate you. While not everyone will think your achievement means something, I understand that it's not in fact an easy role to carry yourself into high elo in, and that your time and effort was truly meaningful in the world of League of Legends. I did not create this video just to get some praise for my own elo climb or to receive some type of ego boost, but to create some conversation into the world of support players and hopefully get some people out there to not look down upon us just because we used a good item on our champions, just like everyone else has done in the history of League. If you have your own words to add to the conversation, please comment below, as I'd like to hear what you have to say on the topic. Rather than that, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks much. Bye.